Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Please help yourself to breakfast and honestly sponsored. Now, usually the Torah tells us stay away from sin, do this, do mitzvah, don't do an avera. But sometimes the Torah admonishes us to stay away from going off the deep path. Last week's parsha goes, don't go after your hearts and your eyes. Sometimes the Torah admonishes us to stop us from going on the wrong path. Now, this week's parsha, something seems very, very interesting. The Torah spends as much time exhorting us about involving bad influences as it does with the sin itself. The Torah presents two scenarios. One of them is if you see a prophet. You see a prophet, a false prophet, or a dreamer who produces a sign or a wonder, and the prophets that let us follow God's or the folk, the Torah says don't listen to him. The Torah just gives you that scenario. Then it gives you another scenario. The next section deals with how to deal with family members. And the Torah says if your brother, the son of your mother, your daughter, or your wife, or a friend who's like your soul secretly entices you, saying, let us worship other gods that you or your father not know. And the Torah then says something very interesting. I know we always say the Torah is very judicious, but if you listen to what the Torah says, dealing with these family members, lo sova lo sishma lo sechlos eincha lo sachma lo schasa lo. The Torah says you should not accede to him, you should not listen to him, your eyes shouldn't take pity on him, you should not be compassionate towards him, you should not conceal. 5 different expressions of not associating with them. So the question is why? When it comes to a false prophet, the Torah just says stay away from him. When it comes to these family members, all of us have all these 5 different expressions of not showing pity on them, not following them. Why is that the case? So Rabbi Mordechai Kamenetsky brings an example from Professor Rockaway. I knew Professor Rockaway. I interviewed him. He wrote a wonderful book about Jewish mobsters called He Was Good to His Mother. In fact, he even writes about a Shomer Shabbos murderer who didn't kill on Shabbos. I'm not sure if he follows Rabbi with Tom or not, but he certainly didn't kill on Shabbos. So Robert Rockaway, Professor Rockaway was having a conversation with his mother. She knew a lot of these Jewish mobsters. There was a Jewish mafia. And he was telling his mother about some of the stuff that this mafia person did. He did all kinds of these terrible, heinous crimes. But his mother said, you know what? This will all be true, but he was good to his mother. That was a redeeming value. So what does that mean? The Torah understands the great affinity that one has towards family. Yes, false prophets we can stay away from. They're not that close to us. So we don't have to let the Torah just says stay away from that's enough. When it comes to family, sometimes we overlook as parents, we let children get away with all kinds of things, and sometimes the brother-in-law entices one to do all kinds of terrible things too. So therefore the Torah gives you extra warning and precaution when it comes to your family. And they do it in 5 different ways. You must love your family to a point, but way before the point of no return. Have a wonderful day.